Cardinals offense look different than maybe the ones you faced the past couple of years?
I mean, I think they're just clicking right now more so than anything. Obviously their wins and losses doesn't really say much about how good of a team they are, but they're really good. On offense, they're doing some great things. They have a running back that obviously is doing a lot of. I mean, he's carrying a lot of the load, and then they have obviously Fitzgerald and a couple other receivers that can they can go deep with. So they have a real good balance, but it starts with the run, and they're doing a great job with it right now.
Are they doing anything differently to get the running game going? I mean, it seems like just in the last 2 or 3 years, they used to be like last in the NFL in rushing, and now they're fourth and things like that. I mean, is it just kind of a commitment to it?
I just think the running back has great vision. They kind of still have the same concept, but the running back just has great vision, and then also he's catching the ball real well out the backfield as well, and getting a lot of yards off of that. So I just think that combination right there by itself is why they're having a lot of success as well.
Richard yesterday referred to Tony McDaniels like a quiet MVP of this defense so far.
Yeah.
You guys bring him in late and he comes right in. He's started a couple games. What's he brought to this defense?
Just experience, knowledge of the game. I mean, heck, we joke around in the locker room and say, they try to break the big three up, which is me, Mike, and Tony, because we all kind of came in together, and we joke about like the Super Bowl and different things like that. But I think just his experience and being able to play at a high level consistently, he doesn't say much. He just comes out and works hard every day and shows up on game day.
Yeah, 2 more sacks. It's 2 more houses for Haiti.
Yeah.
I know you've talked a little bit about this, but how'd that come together, that particular, doing the houses? And
building the houses for Haiti, Elvis Doomerville actually reached out to me right after Hurricane Matthew. He pledged to do his jersey number last year, and he kind of already started the process, told me about it, and I was kind of hesitant because I'm building a school out there as well. But once the hurricane came about, he gave me a shout and kind of asked where my head was as far as for that, and I just felt like it was only right. So I pledged to build a house every time I get a sack this year, and hopefully we can keep it going. Hopefully we get more than 10.
What's a house in Haiti? I mean, you've got to have some kind of idea of what you're putting together. Do you have a?
So the homes, I mean, they're obviously not like probably as big as your house, but no, they're about 6,000 to 6,500 to build. They're actually built and made to be able to be shelter for hurricanes and earthquakes as well. And the process of building it actually, it's local workers and basically kind of stimulate the economy a little bit as well by doing it that way. But it's about 6,000 to 6,500 per for each home. So it's a pretty cool little process. Can't wait to go out there next off season to see the progression after the end of the season.
was there something that was early on in that game, particularly, you guys really got a lot of pressure and things like that? They brought some blitzes as well. Does that help you when they bring some, when the linebackers come and things like that?
I think it just keeps guys honest. You can't double team Mike or myself. You can't chip, do different things like that. So I think when you blitz from time to time, it just keeps guys honest. If you decide to hurry up and go chip me, then you don't pick up on the blitz. So I think it all just, again, keeps everybody honest and allowing us to rush when we do get those one-on-ones.
What goes through your head when they try to block you with a tight end or a running back?
A lot of times I know it's coming, so usually those guys, that's not what they do, So pass rushing is kind of what I do. So you kind of, especially if you know it's coming, you kind of smile inside your head, you get happy because you're going against a guy that doesn't normally do it, and hopefully you win that battle. Because if you don't, Mike B will give you a lot of crap for not beating a tight end or a running back.
You have a pretty disproportionately high forced fumble to sack ratio. Is there any secret to getting the ball out that you have over other defensive ends? Or just...
No, I've just been fortunate enough to get a lot of them. I think, sacks are great. I think it's one of the best plays in football, honestly. But I think being able to get a turnover while doing it is the next step. And I've been fortunate enough to come around, and a lot of times they don't see you coming, so you're able to hit if you hit the elbow or the arm hard enough, the ball will come out, especially if they don't see you coming. So I just kind of focus on that while I'm bringing them down to the ground, just hitting the elbow and wrapping up at the same time. And again, I've just been fortunate enough to get a few of my days.
So is that what you're aiming for? Mike talks about how the NFL rules say you only have a target about this big on a quarterback. So is that what you're aiming for, the arm or
the elbow? I try to aim for the elbow because if you hit it, like I said, hard enough, the ball will come out. Yeah, you can't. It's a lot easier actually to try to get a sack fumble than actually try to bring quarterbacks down because they're so protected nowadays. So if you can get to the arm before actually hitting them, that's a plus for you.
You guys don't give up 3 passing touchdowns in a quarter very often at all. What was going through your mind as that was happening?
Honestly, and this is a great feeling to have, I guess, but I've never felt like, regardless of how a second quarter, third quarter is going, I've never felt like we were out of a game. Now, that's not like us, obviously, to give up three touchdowns like that, but the whole time, for me personally, it was more of, okay, well, hey, let's just settle back in, let's get back to it, and, we're going to pull this thing out. I'd rather not go through that process again, but, I think it shows the growth of the team, the defense at least, to be able to go through, play a great first half, and then, you kind of have a terrible third quarter and be able to bounce back in the fourth quarter and make the plays you need to make to pull the game out. I think it just shows and speaks volumes of how mature we are as a defense.
How was the fourth quarter in terms of whatever you adjusted to shut them down?
It was all about settling down. They changed up how they came out. Like the first half, they completely changed it up in the third quarter as far as for how they were blocking, how they were, decided they want to play action a little more, and then decided they want to go deep. So we just had to adjust to what they were doing. And once we did that, I think everything went the way we wanted it to go.
Anything else?
Yes,
Thank you.
Yes, sir.